Hi, it's Carol here, Carol Fossey from Strategy Social Media, and today we're going to be talking about a great tool that we've been using for quite some time now called Canva.com. When you first go to Canva.com, you'll have to create an account, and once you've done that, this is the screen that you'll see. We have the paid for version of Canva, but there is a free version and it's very effective. And as we know nowadays, pictures paint 1,000 words. On social media, you need to stand out against the crowd. And how do you do that? Well, one of the ways that you can do that is by using images and video. So the first screen you'll see when you log into Canva is this screen, which says Create a Design. And what they've very handily done for you is they have given you already formatted sizes for various things. So at the top there's blog title, Twitter post, etc. But if you click, did you see what I did there? If you click that button on the right, the plus button where it says more, then you get all sorts of options. So there's all your social media posts. There are things for presentations, letterheads, magazines, certificates, resumes, blogging and ebook stuff, marketing materials, social media and email headers, Facebook covers, postcards, ordinary cards, Facebook adverts. So there's lots and lots of different things. Or you can completely create your own using custom dimensions up here in the top. So for example, if we wanted to create a lovely quote to use on social media, then we could click on social media post. First thing that you might want to have a look at is what are you going to have as your background. You can of course choose one of the options that they give you, or you can upload your own. And if you haven't, obviously, if you've not got a Canva account at the moment, you won't have any of your own images. This is where you go to upload your own images. So we've got a number of images in here. Say you wanted to use this image. You can change the size of it. You can flip it if you wanted it to be the other way around, or even upside down, although that doesn't make any sense. You can filter the brightness of the image, the contrast, and you can have different scapes. Let me turn that back up slightly. You can't see that, can you? Turn it back up the other way. You can put different filters on, like you can with the camera. You can go, oh, I prefer that one. That looks better, or maybe Epic looks better, or maybe you want it in black and white, or with just a little bit of colour. So there's all sorts of options there. Let's have a look at Mr. Trump. This whole white space here, this is your the space that you have to work with within the post. So you might want to put a background behind him, and there are various free backgrounds. On Canva there's a lot of free stuff, and then there's also some paid for stuff. So if you wanted to put that one behind him, you don't have to pay for it until you make it go live. So if you want to just have a look and see what it looked like with different images, different backgrounds behind, you can do that. And then obviously when you pay at the end, they take these stripy lines and the Canva logo off. But let's go for one of the free ones for now. So if we go for this one. Now, again, with the image that's within that space, you can make it bigger. You can flip it again, and you can filter it. So let's say we wanted to have a dramatic look for this. You can also then think to yourself, well, I don't like that blue background. So click on it and click up here, and you can change the colour of that background. So you could go, let's go, you can centre it more, you can put it at the bottom, you can put it at the top. Let's put it at the bottom, and then we're going to put a quote above. If you want to put some text in, you go over here to the left, click on text. You can either put a heading or some body text in there, or you could put a shape with wording within it. There's one that I use quite a bit, which is that one that looks like a speech bubble. We've got a couple of different speech bubbles. So let's have this one. Again, anything you don't like, just click delete and it just takes it away. Again, the colour of that, not too keen on the colour, so let's go with a different colour. That's the wording. This is the balloon. And let's go for yellow balloon. You can also change the colour of the edge of the balloon to the same as the wording. And he seems to think at the moment that the elections are rigged, doesn't he? So he could be saying that. You can break this sentence at any point, and that obviously makes it use the space that's available so the wording gets bigger. Okay, so after that there are other things you can do. So you could add a frame if you wanted to. You could add a grid. You could put some lines in or illustrations. So we could put an American rocket, stars and stripes rocket down there. You could put a shape in, some icons or a chart. There's all sorts of free stuff. You can really play around with it and have a lot of fun. You could spend days on Canva actually if you really wanted to. But say you're happy with this, how it is, then it's really easy to download it. I wouldn't recommend you download a PNG unless you've got the right software to deal with that. I'd recommend you download it as a JPEG. And it'll appear here at the bottom of your screen. So we'll have a look at it in a minute. You can also, from here, tweet it, Facebook post it, or email it to yourself or somebody else. So that's a really good feature and very handy when you're creating it for social media. Normally, Canva will pick up what you type and put it up here as the title. But if you don't like what it picks up, then you can change the title. So we'll change the title to Donald Trump. And then we'll go down here and open it. Now I've opened it in Paint. You can then save it as whatever you like. I'll save it on the desktop as Donald Trump. And from there you can post it to whatever. Your marketing materials, your blogs, your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, anywhere you want. So that's a fairly quick overview of Canva. I highly recommend it as a free tool. Like I say, we have the paid version, but you get most of this in the free tool. So have a look through. They give you all sorts of stuff which you can either use as is, or you can change for your own devices. So, for example, that one, you could change the quote there, or you could just use it as it is. The best is, of course, to use your own photographs or uploads and then put your text, etc. around it. But as I said, if you didn't have anything and you wanted to use Canva's free stuff, let's see, they had a Donald Trump. Let's see if they got a Hillary Clinton. I don't know if they have. That's a bit one-sided, isn't it? Never mind, maybe I've spelt Hillary wrong. Has it got two L's? Possibly. Nope, still nothing. Okay, but you get the picture. You can put whatever you want in there. Canva will bring you up anything that they've got for free. So there's some free stars. They'll bring you up the free ones first, generally, and then they'll bring up the paid for ones afterwards. And they're only $1, which is what, well, it's more than it used to be. It's maybe about 80p now, I don't know, 90p even. A couple of months ago it was about 60p, so that's slightly annoying. But there you could put stars all over your picture if you wanted. So go and get Canva, start using it. There's no excuse really for putting on boring social media posts when you've got such an easy tool to use. And believe you me, I'm not technical. I have a team of people who are much more technical than I am, and even I can use this. So it really is that simple. Go have a go of it, have some fun. Let me know how you get on. Post anything under the comment on the blog, that anything that you've got, either a question or if you've made something you're particularly proud of, then let us know. Post a link to it and let's have a look. And good luck with your Canva experience.